When you hear the name Everton, doesn't it sound like something out of Game of Thrones? Everton, Lord Everton, Count Everton, or maybe Castle Everton. Who is more likely to win the Premier League, Everton or Wolverhampton? Before we begin dissecting it, be sure to share your argument for who you are backing in the comment section. At the end of the video, you'll be able to vote for who you are putting through to the next round. And the teams that made it through from the first episode are Everton, Wolverhampton, Arsenal, Manchester United, Manchester City, Tottenham, Chelsea and Liverpool. And this is the first quarterfinal. Here are the current standings. So let's begin with our little game of arguments. Who is most likely to win the Premier League out of these two teams? So I will present 5 arguments each, and then at the end of the video, decide which team has the better case. And just to warn you, you should take this with a pinch of salt, even though it's very serious for me. So let's begin with Everton then. What's the first argument for Everton? Why will they win the Premier League? When you hear the name Everton, doesn't it sound like something out of Game of Thrones? Everton, Lord Everton, Count Everton, or maybe Castle Everton. Don't you agree? I'm telling you, it sounds like something straight out of Game of Thrones. Or maybe, I don't know, like something from Brazil. They have some crazy names down there. I enjoy Brazilian names. They're just going with what sounds cool. Like Hulk or Tyson. That's actually a footballer's name. And I'm sure that those are just some mild names. But enough about Brazilian names. This is about Everton. And that was my first argument. And now an argument for Wolverhampton. Why will they win the league? Well, have you seen their coach? Nuno, or whatever his name is. He's Portuguese, but is he really though? He looks like he just jumped out of Lord of the Rings. He shares some similarities to the trolls. Or maybe he was a wizard, because what he's doing at Wolverhampton is pretty magical. Don't you think? I think that's a strong argument for Wolverhampton. And another argument for Everton is that there's a bunch of old people there, at least when I watch their games on TV. And I like old people. I feel pretty old in my soul, so I feel like I could fit in there. And I assume there's a lot of wisdom in the stands among those old people. And on the other hand, Wolves has a lot of little people. The team looks like a squad of kids playing on some local random pitch. They're small, they're technical, they're very Southern European or South American, and we know that teams with little people are pretty good. Look at Barca, they won the treble a while ago with just little people. And the third argument for Everton is that I simply support sad and depressed people, those feeling blue in general. Has there ever been summer at Goodison Park? All I remember is sad old people with hats on and coats and warm drinks, or not even warm drinks. They're just depressed and they don't drink anything. And the third argument for Wolves is their orange kits. They're super distracting. You know, 11 people look like 22. It's all shiny and it makes you want to look for vitamin C. I'd bite them, and I believe Suarez would too, because they might get confused with actual oranges. So that means that the opposing team might get plenty of red cards. And the fourth argument for Everton is probably the most important one. You know what? I have a confession. They are my current team on Football Manager. And if you're thinking about playing with them, think twice, because they're cheap as hell. My first season went super well, over expectations. I came second in the league, and then came the transfer window and I had no money. What's that all about? I thought that Everton was supposed to invest, becoming the new superpower. But apparently not. But I have to back my boys. And the fourth argument for Wolves is that they're like a Spanish team in Premier League, or a Portuguese. Do they even have any English players? I swear that every name in their team is Portuguese or Southern European. That's probably why they're so good. They've come to conquer England, and I believe in them. And the last argument for Everton, there are only 4 reasons. It's actually impossible to find another argument, so I won't even waste your time. Let's go to Wolves, and the 5th argument for why they will win the league. You know what? Because I like Wolves. Have a problem with that? Even though the Wolves of Wolverhampton apparently have Down syndrome or something, because they look like foxes. And why would a team of Wolves wear orange? That makes no sense. So I believe that the people of Wolves have never actually seen real wolves. They just mistook their foxes for wolves. So here you have it. All the arguments for both teams. And according to me, Wolverhampton are more likely to win the league over Everton. Do you agree or do you disagree? And tell me why. Give me your best argument. So now, it's your opportunity to shine. Vote for who you think is most likely to win the league out of these two. The result will be presented in the next episode. Subscribe if you want to be up to date with what's happening in the tournament, and leave a like if you enjoyed it, and share it with your squad.